we're back. It is episode 24. We are just going and going and going and continuing to go. If you listen to this, thank you. If you watch this, thank you. And if for whatever reason you listen to it or watch it and you're not following it or subscribe to it, please feel free to do that. And if you want to share it with other people, feel free to do that. Just felt like I should start by saying that. Sometimes it doesn't come out at all. Sometimes it waits until the very end to come out. So I thought maybe we'd change it up a little bit. And we took our hiatus and we came back and we lost all of our international listeners. So I'm just really hoping that they come back. Come back, please. So you guys can be a part of that. You can help us get them back. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to put something over this so I can't see the time.
I like looking at the time, though.
I know, me too, but I feel like...
Is it distracting you today?
Not, I just think it has before.
That's fair.
Yeah. Don't want to focus on it.
At least the image looks really bright today on the screen.
Yes.
All the lights around us.
The lights are on. I turned up the ISO a little bit, which is like how bright the internals of the camera makes the image look. But on this camera, if I do that too much, it becomes really grainy on the screen. So that's why I haven't really done it before. I've tried to keep it as low as possible. But you know what? Whatever. We're making moves. We're doing things a little bit differently. And if it comes out to be a little grainy, that's okay.
Yay.
Granny Smith. Apples.
Bread. No, Granny
Bread.
Smith. That reminded me of the honeymoon.
Yeah.
What were you saying? Granny Smith.
Granny Smith. Yeah, that was...
Smith.
Why were we talking about Granny Smith?
I think it was like you were joking about like a rap name or a rap or something. Granny Smith.
That would be a good rap name. That makes sense. That's probably why I did it.
And plus we were pretty drunk, I'm sure, and you were just like, Granny Smith.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a nice little getaway.
That was nice.
This sticky note has been over here for a really long time.
What does it say on it? Is this something we've talked about before?
No, these are old goals that I put together that I didn't do.
Wow.
Yeah. One of them being pretty easy, but, well, I guess both of them would be pretty easy. But I've changed my mind about the second one.
Yeah.
And kind of about like so I had this idea to, maybe it's not the worst idea. I could still do this, to volunteer to take photos for the Humane Society. Just take pictures of their dogs so they could put them on their website and hopefully get them housed sooner. But as far as like doing pet photography, I thought, it might not be the most lucrative option.
No. Probably not at all.
Yeah. I mean, people might want it, but especially in this area. But yeah, I don't think it would be as like, I don't know, it definitely wouldn't be as profitable or ongoing as like wedding photography or something. But
yeah, I liked your idea of taking pictures of like the animals and stuff, but just for the sake of like, it would be like a worthy cause, like if you were like, hey, I'll come take pictures for blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, cool. And like, you got your name out there taking animal pictures, but I see what you mean. Like, no one's like, let me.
Not many. Maybe they are. Maybe they're out there, but.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Also, anytime that I
pictures.
try to take pictures of our pup, she like charges the camera and the lens. I'm like, ooh.
Come take glamour shots of my guinea pigs, Eli. I bet that would happen.
Wouldn't that be awesome, though?
My snakes.
Oh,
you would hate that.
I would have a clause that says no snakes. Like right on my website, there would be no snakes. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's why cars seem to be interesting to me.
Yeah, people have lots of cool pictures of cars. That's another thing to do.
Yeah. They're inanimate, so I don't have to tell them what to do.
They won't charge your camera unless someone took a bunch of pictures. You took a bunch of pictures of their car. You gave them the pictures. They got in the car while you were taking pictures after they already received the pictures. And then they were going to run you down so they didn't have to pay for them.
Yeah, they would have to pay first. But, yeah, I mean, there's a lot for me to learn in that arena, but I think that might be the way to go. I was talking to Josh, my brother, about this late last night. Like
2 a.m.
Yeah, like that's why I didn't get to bed until late.
3?
2.
2.
But I was telling him about this, and he was being very supportive, as he always is. Good brother. And he was saying, like, I threw out those figures. Like, what if I charged a dealership X amount of dollars per photo of a car for them to use to sell it? And like the rate that I was even suggesting per car, Josh made a really good point. Cars are expensive, so like to think if I were to charge somebody like $40 per photo of a car, $40 out of the thousands of dollars that they're making on the sale isn't that big of an ask, but it could really help them sell it. So it's like, it's a pretty good balance.
Yeah. That'd be fun to take pictures of cars. I mean, it's super fun.
Yeah, I should have done it today.
Oh yeah, there's the Rocky Mountain Dodge, whatever place that my mom got the truck from.
Mm-hmm.
They've got some cool pictures of their trucks, but like they don't look like they're professionally done, but they're just really nice trucks. I would assume like maybe try that place.
Are they like pictures on the lot or in the
I think so.
lot?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it, because that place is pretty cool. Yeah. And they've always been nice. My mom's liked working with them and stuff.
Well, I would be happy to do that. Just like, I don't know, I would need to build a portfolio of doing it. So I would have to do enough of it for free to make a portfolio, which would be not hard to do, but just something to do.
Pictures of your vehicles.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I should probably do that. It's like, I don't know. For me, it's always easier thinking about doing something with somebody else. Like, if you were to help me, or if like Mike and I put together an idea and a plan, just like have another person, I guess, for whatever reason, that brings me some sense of comfort bouncing ideas off of somebody else, and like, I don't know, having another person to help me motivate me.
I feel like you have a good eye for like the pictures that you're taking, and like ideas, like with Jenna's wedding. That was fun. Like, I didn't think I'd be taking pictures like in general at all, really, but that was nice. And like we both kind of gave each other ideas that worked. Yeah. And I feel like I'm creative.
I agree.
You're creative. Like we could, I think you do a really good job with editing your photos and like taking good solid pictures that you can, go in and adjust later. The thing you need to work on, though, is the double chin.
We'll see. And if I'm taking pictures of cars, I don't need to worry about anybody saying anything about looking bad.
Well, I think at any point, any pictures of people that you take, obviously people are going to be like, oh, I don't like that one, or I like that one. It's just being aware, like we were talking about earlier. Like, obviously when you take pictures of me, you're like, oh, this is so nice. But then I look at them and I'm like this, and you're just like, no, it's good. And I'm like,
it is good.
And so that's just something you have to be like aware of if you ever do end up taking lots of pictures or doing wedding photos. Like I think candids are really good. Candids are great. You capture someone or something, or a car or pets like in the moment, but like just being aware of the angles. I think that's the one thing maybe of everything that you could work on.
I mean, you're talking about just people, though.
Just people, angles.
Which I'm not planning on taking pictures of, so.
Well, you could, though. I still think, like, wedding photography would be for sure something that you could do, but like on a low scale, you know, start off that way and then grow into like bigger. You don't like that idea anymore?
Especially because the more I've been learning about business, the more it's making sense that like you can't charge somebody a low rate and then all of a sudden jump that price up. Like people are going to come to you not because of your talent, but because of that low rate. And then they're going to tell their friends, and their friends are going to expect that low rate. So a lot of the stuff that I've been hearing about that's made sense to me is like, if I want to go in any avenue, and wedding photography, although it's available, I don't think it's going to be something that I really want to do. Like I would rather take pictures of cars than do wedding photography, just because there's so much riding on every event and so many expectations that you do really well with their photos. And I mean, we had a great time doing the elopement, but it was small.
Maybe that's something you could do, like if you ever wanted to throw it out there, like on a portfolio somewhere, like elopements, you know, specifically like small ones, not like huge weddings, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think, I mean, if you don't think it's something you would enjoy in the future or anything like that, then obviously don't do it or advertise it. But I had fun doing that. I feel like that would be a fun thing to do. But I guess it could have just been the situation. I mean, it was just fun all together being with everyone, but
it was. Yeah, and it probably would be, especially if you were there with me. But yeah, I guess there's a lot to think about, because I've taken some photos for a few weddings, but not enough to put together a portfolio. So then I would have to go to like multiple weddings to gather a portfolio, where if I want to take pictures of cars for dealerships, I could go to one dealership, take a bunch of pictures of different cars, and then I have a portfolio made in a day. So another pointer that stood out to me was like, even for doing business as a photographer or videographer doing media stuff, there's a benefit to having like uniforms made, a business name, and then not identifying as a business owner. I guess those are like three pretty big things that stuck with me. Like, somebody shows up in a t-shirt or somebody shows up in a uniform, you'll probably trust the company that's sending the uniform. Like, business is more likely to hire another business to do the work than they are to hire an individual, whereas individual people are more likely to hire other individual people than they are to hire a business to do like photography. Probably.
Interesting.
So, yeah, like, and then just saying that you work for this company rather than you own the company, because if you say you work for them, you have less say. So like they might not try to negotiate prices with you as much if you're just like, I just represent the company. So I don't know. Just
are these
tidbits.
just random thoughts in your head, or
no?
I'm
like learning about business, or trying to. So
that's funny.
I don't know. I mean, the biggest thing is like, I should just do it, and I know that I should just do it, but something's holding me back, and it's weird because I feel like I have the whole thing laid out in my head. I understand it's not going to work for everyone. I would get rejected at some point, but it also would work for some people. So
maybe just lack of confidence,
I guess. But why? I'm not always confident, but yeah, I don't know. Something strange. And like, I know that I can identify that. It's not like I'm making excuses. I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, beats me. But I don't know. Sounds like you know what you need to do.
Yeah, I do. And I thought about Like how years ago when I first moved out here, I was taking a lot of landscape photos, and my mom was a huge support. She would like buy the pictures, and
I bought a picture from you.
you bought a picture from me.
And sent it to my grandma.
Yep. And she would always like tell me that I should go to this coffee shop and bring in prints and ask if you can hang them up to sell. And so she was always like trying to push me in that regard.
Nice.
And I never did it, but
That's
I
an
feel
idea.
like
Coffee shops are tough business, though. They reject a lot of people and things and items. I used to have to do that for my internship. It was the worst.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not wanting to do that, but just like that was her suggesting to me, like, this would be a good way for you to get yourself out there. Now it's like I feel like I have a good idea of what I'd need to do to get myself out there, but I don't know.
Just doing it.
Yeah.
Like taking the plunge and making it happen.
Right. And I kind of feel like I owe it to my mom in a weird way to like chase this and do it because
You should.
Yeah.
I totally am on board for it, and I'll help you with whatever you need. And see, I should have paid more attention in college with like marketing and advertising. I feel like a lot of that went right over my head for some reason. And maybe it was just the fact that the more I got into it, the less I was like interested by it. But I'd be happy to run like a business, like social media. I mean, I had like a lot, because when we were doing the podcast the first time, I was kind of getting people, and it was growing pretty quick. It's been kind of slow now, but I just need to be more involved on there. But even like running a website or answering inquiries, you know what I mean? Like, I'd be happy to help with that and market, do social media stuff and get the name out there, reach out to places. Like, I could do the business end of things, and then you wouldn't even have to do that, like take the plunge or whatever. You just provide me your work. I send it to places and be like, hey, this is what we would like to do. Here's, prices, blah, 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 blah. But anyways, I'm just saying, like, I can do this stuff for you if it would help.
It would help, and I appreciate that. That's really nice. Yeah, I mean, that's extremely supportive, and it seems like my first move would be coming up with some sort of name, and then creating a domain name for it, taking pictures for free of cars, putting those up on the website, and then approaching other places, or even like Facebook and Google marketing. You can really target specific audiences in certain areas. And if I'm specific enough, if I know like my website and my business is catered to car dealerships, then I would be able to, like, I guess in a sense, save money on the marketing side because I'm only targeting certain people instead of like have this go out to everyone. And I mean, I'm sure it might be a decent business idea to like offer to take pictures of people selling their cars privately for some money. But at the same time, money is in business to business transactions more so than business to individual transactions. At least in that regard, it would be. So, anyway.
That's a great plan, though. I like your drive and motivation to make it happen. And obviously, this is stuff we can think about and plan for.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just like the thing is the drive and motivation is all there up until a certain point.
The actual having to... That's scary, though. And, like, I like where your head's at. And we've talked about this before. My internship was the worst. That lady was crazy. The product was bad. But, like, I guess if I was trying to sell your work, to people, it's so much easier to really market yourself and get out there if you believe in your work. But it's a really scary thing, like just cold calling, essentially. You're going to places and trying to sell what you offer, even if it's free. Like, rejection is really tough. And it's like a scary thing too, because I'm a big old pushover, but like that's like with work. I think if I was like selling something to someone that you did, it would be easier for me to be like why not? Like, you know, what can we do? Like, is there something else that you need that we could help with, sort of thing? You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's the thing, is like I think the reason it's like you're feeling maybe like a little held back or scared is just for the sake of, if someone says no, like, you know, what do you do? Like, it, you know, but I think that it would be fine. But I think that's what's holding you back, probably, maybe.
I mean, and I just thought of this idea the other day, so I don't want to make it sound like this is something I've been brewing on for years and just haven't done it. But yeah, you're probably right. Although I do know that there's going to be rejection.
Yeah.
So like, I guess it's not like I'm doing it and somebody rejects me and then I say like, ooh, I can't handle that.
Yeah.
I already know it's going to happen, but
It's just intimidating.
yeah, maybe, but I don't know. Like, I have this fantasy in my head of like, really doing this thing and trying it. And then I can see myself like going into a business, being very firm about this is what I do. This is where you can find more of my information. And if my price or what you need doesn't align with it, that's okay. I'll move on. And then also, yes, like what you said, I think is really important. If there's a reason why I can't do business with somebody, reaching out to them and say like, hey, just so you know, I'm conducting surveys to figure out what we could do better, you know, and then get that sort of input. So
very good.
All these ideas.
So creative.
Yeah. So I think name, domain, website with photos that are done for free, and then probably business cards would be useful.
Ooh, I've got business cards. Did you know that? I've got like a ton of business cards. I always forget to give them to people. It makes you feel super official.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it would be nice to have one with like a few pictures on it.
Yeah.
And yeah. So all of these thoughts, but.
And cinemagraphs.
And cinemagraphs. Yes. So that's where I'm at with my entrepreneurial brain thoughts. Cinemagraphs is written down because I started doing another photo challenge. January, it was like January 4th, I found this list on Pinterest. It's actually the reason why I downloaded Pinterest, surprisingly. I was looking for photography inspirational ideas, and I searched a list, and I followed that list every day except one. I missed day 17, symmetry, and I posted an old photo that I took of a building, and yeah, so it was 31 days, and I did it all in a row except the one, and then took about 3 weeks off and thought, I really do like taking pictures, and if I need something to force me to do it, then I'll follow these lists, and that's kind of like my daily homework assignment. So I found another list, and instead of just taking photos, I'm trying to make cinemagraphs of each one, which is a photo.
Cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah, it's like that. But it's a photo where usually the subject is frozen, and then something else in the frame is continuously moving on a loop. In the last 2 days, this is day 3 today, the last 2 days, my editing of them has been a little sloppy, I'll admit, but I'm figuring it out. So today is challenge black and white.
I like your idea with I could do like the oh shit. Sorry. Ooh. I could do like the inflatable like wacky airman like this. And you could catch like my shadow doing that, and I'll just stand there like in the pose or something.
Yeah, I think maybe something else, but the idea of shadow
The wacky
is good.
inflatable.
Yeah, I think it would be better if it were something more serious.
That's very serious.
No. So I'll help you figure it out. I'll guide you. But it would be cool to do something like dramatic since it's black and white.
It's very dramatic.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No. If it were like silly, then yes, I think that would be. But black and white, dramatic. I imagine you frozen and then your shadow, like, I don't know, walking around frustrated maybe, or I don't know.
Well, I don't know how to dance, so I can't do dance moves, that's for sure.
I'm not asking you to dance.
Yeah, you are.
No.
When I was really little, in like grade school, middle school, I used to take like the big erasers or even little erasers, and I would use a pen and like draw something stupid in it and like stamp it on things.
You would use an eraser as a stamp?
Yeah, like if this pen was a pencil and this was the eraser, I would like draw something like a smiley face, and then I would boop. And then you can kind of see smiley face. I was doodling. I also used to draw ghosts like this.
The viewers can't see your ghosts, babe.
I don't care. But it was like the Snapchat ghost. So I would draw like round at the top with little wigglies on the bottom, and then just add like 2 eyes.
Like Pac-Man.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, mostly, yeah.
Yep. Very good. Well, what's new for you, B?
Sorry. Skipping around, sorry. That was just a very heavy, serious topic, talking about life goals, well, even like side goals and photography. Sorry, I was getting sleepy.
Because it's serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the support that I love.
Yeah. Well, what's new in my life? Well, we watched The Bachelor, but you knew that. It's really exciting. I know a lot of people probably think it's really stupid, but this guy is an idiot.
Well, tell the people who are listening.
Well, The Bachelor likes drama, but we talked about this before. He kicked off the only smart girl that was on as a contestant, and now he's just left with a girl that was like, I'm not sleeping with you, and you can't sleep with anyone else, or else I'm leaving. And then he did sleep with girls. And I think we're still trying to figure out what happens with that. But then the other girl is a liar and stupid, and the other one's just kind of blah, just kind of hanging on for the ride, you know?
Who's going to win?
I think he's going to pick, I don't think he's going to pick the one that's like annoying that no one likes.
Use their name.
I don't remember. Victoria? Is that the one that like is like, oh my God. Oh my God.
They all are like that.
No, there's Hannah and Victoria and Madison. And Madison is the one that's not sleeping with him.
Mm-hmm.
The other 2 are. And I think that Madison's going to win. I think he's going to like end up on that boat.
Be interesting to find out.
Yeah.
They're really trying to throw us for a curveball.
Yeah, they are.
Mm-hmm. Nobody got eliminated on this week's episode, which
the
was
beginning
strange.
of next week's, though.
Yeah.
Which is soon. Sorry.
It's okay.
Anyways, that's what's happening in my life.
Just the Bachelor episode?
Essentially.
Is there anything?
Just kidding. Well, I got my arm worked on again. It's really dry right now. It's pretty dry, but I've been putting some lotion on it today. It's like pretty healed. It's not like scabby or anything.
Session 2. Getting color. Filling it in. It's really cool. I like it a lot.
Me too.
Your artist is excellent.
Yeah. It's very good. I'm excited for it to be done.
March 11th, you said?
It's either the 11th or 12th. I think I saved something somewhere that will remind me when that is.
The 11th would be a Wednesday.
Yes, it's the 11th. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's coming up soon already. I'm excited.
Yeah. Wow. That is soon.
Yeah. I really like, I feel like I've known people in the past that have gotten something done where it's like bigger and it takes forever to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like that we're just knocking it out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've done some really long sits, very long sessions.
Yeah. I forgot how bad the color hurts though. That was tough.
Yeah.
The outline, I felt like that was like, oh, this isn't bad. And like, even still, it didn't hurt a ton. Even the color, it's just like, I forget that that's like the more like ow part.
Yeah, a lot of just going back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a small needle and they got to cover a lot of space. So that's what it sounds like. Yeah.
And then we did TopGolf. That was fun.
Ooh, yes. Yes.
That was fun.
You want to talk about our friendship group?
You
like
can.
the Facebook one?
Sure, you can.
Okay. So we're in this exclusive Facebook group with some friends, and
Now if someone's not invited and they watch this, they're going to be pissed.
what, nobody's going to watch this. Doesn't matter. It's called Weekday Warriors, and the idea is that we'll get together during the week, every week, once a week, and do a different activity. And they've come up with, like, in the group, they've come up with some really fun activities, but we either haven't been able to make it to any of the activities before, or just a matter of being too busy. I guess that's the same as we haven't been able to make it. So we were able to go this week, and we went to TopGolf, which is one of those long driving range only golf places with like 3 stories, and you just whack balls off of the edge. It's usually in like an action movie. The bad guy hangs out there or something. So it was pretty cool. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was really fun, actually. And it's funny because I've only been like mini golfing. Never like hit a ball. Like
doesn't
hard.
Translate.
No, it doesn't. And it's tough. Like I have really good eye-hand coordination. And like, I think that would, I just assume like translate and being able to see the ball, control the stick and like hit it. But yeah, I embarrassed myself. I felt so stupid. Like it took me like 10 tries to hit the golf ball that first time. It was so bad.
Well, Brian was there with all the tips.
Yeah.
My friend Brian is excellent at golf.
I feel like if I was able to hit the ball easily, like without hesitation or having to think about it, that I could like swing real far. Like I could smack a ball real far with the amount that I could lift.
Yeah, or the old judo experience. Power in the hips.
Yeah.
Twisting and turning.
Yeah, Brian was really good.
Yeah, Brian was really good. I hit it decently a couple of times and poorly most of the time, but Brian helped me kind of figure out like what I'm doing, so felt pretty confident. I'm looking forward to whenever we go there again.
Me too. There was like on the very end, there was some like young looking girl. She's probably like college maybe. That was just like blasting them off. I was like, holy crap. She must be a golfer.
Maybe. Yeah, I bet the golf community was pretty happy about that building coming into fruition.
It's funny because like when you're driving by it on the highway or have seen one like close to tall buildings and lots of cars, you're like, this is a bad idea.
It's an eyesore too.
Well, I mean, I feel like
danger wise.
Yeah, like the balls are going to go flying. But when we were there, it was like, that's definitely not happening unless you somehow launched it like on the side up and over. I don't think it's really a problem. So that was kind of like nice to be able to see it firsthand that like when I'm driving by on the highway, I'm not going to get blasted with a golf ball.
Right. And if you did, you could probably sue.
Well, you probably wouldn't have to sue. They would probably just pay for damages, you know.
You think?
I mean, I would sue them. Why not? Be like, you broke my windshield and I'm traumatized. Every time I get in my car now, I feel like a ball's going to hit me in the face.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's what I would say too.
Yeah.
Get that TopGolf money. It was fun though. It was cold. 'Cause the bays are outside and exposed to the elements.
That was cold.
But it was good.
That was actually, I wasn't really honestly too cold.
No, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But it was, you know.
I hear that.
Yeah. Like being outside, but not really.
Pretty soon, no one's going to be outside doing anything because everyone's going to be scared of the virus.
Coronavirus?
Yeah.
No one's going to be outside.
No, sorry, switching topics just on my list here, but like, I read something today about Bill Gates talking about it was like the flu from like the 1950s or something it like wiped out like 2% of Americans or like 3% of Americans or something like random,
Really?
there's like thousands of people that died. And then apparently the coronavirus is on track to be like higher than that percentage wise. So though it is technically like a small percentage, it's going to like kill more people. And I mean, when you think about the grand scheme of like however many people there are in America or whatever, 2%, that's quite a bit, you know, but like 3 or 4%, that's like double that, like almost more. So, like we got an email from like our work people, like don't travel. If you had any plans in March, cancel them. If you've traveled, don't come to the office for the next 2 weeks. Courtney, when she was at work the other day, said people are buying all sorts of stuff. Like I was reading another article about like how to survive it, like what you need, like basically food and supplies for 2 weeks, because that's how long you have to like, what is the word? Like incubate yourself or, you know, quarantine yourself to keep yourself from like getting sick or, I don't know. Obviously it's targeting older people are more likely to die from it.
Yeah,
or
that's
sick
what I've
people.
heard. Yeah. Like the flu.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the flu still does kill people every year.
Right. But it makes you think,
usually
though,
the older.
is this like an exaggeration? Is it our news again just being like, be scared? Or is it like actually a thing to be worried about?
It's probably both. It's worth worrying about to an extent, but I don't know. It's also possible that it's just something to divert our attention from something more important.
More important, like the election?
Yeah, or global warming.
Global warming?
Yep.
Virus warming.
Virus warming, yeah. It's February and it's t-shirt weather.
It's not t-shirt weather.
It is for me. It's usually cold in this room.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm
now
alright.
that the vent fell out of the wall, we just get all the heat.
Maybe.
That was really weird.
That was really weird. Haunted.
Yeah.
It's haunted in here.
The
But you said
vent
the
fell
screws were
off
loose?
of the wall. Yeah, you can see like those massive holes on either side.
Yeah.
They should just be like normal screw hole size, but they're massive. So I guess it came loose over time and fell out.
That could have just been like an issue that was always there. And then
Possibly. It's
I don't
weird
know.
that we've been here for a while and that's the first thing. It's probably pretty simple for them to fix too.
Sure.
I would imagine
They probably just put a new hole in there and
Bondo over the holes,
What's
plaster
weird is
over it
how
or
it
whatever,
just
and then
fell out. It's
Yeah.
like I would assume it would have to like be pushed out, but
yeah, I guess maybe it was leaning forward enough and then the heat turned on and blew
I
it
don't
out.
know. I don't like it. Maybe we're on an Indian burial ground.
A Native American burial ground.
Sorry, Native
Yes.
American.
Colorado.
I was just
Very
picturing
possible.
the Simpsons episode, and I feel like they said Indian. I know that's not the correct term. Sorry.
The Simpsons.
I know that was years and years ago. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know, but fell out, put in the work order. Haven't heard anything back from the landlord.
It's the weekend.
So, yeah.
They're
true.
not working on the weekend.
I did put it in yesterday.
They are
it may have
coming.
been evening though.
They're going to come chop down trees. They did that on a... Wait, yeah, that was Friday. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, that's not our property management, though.
I
It's
know.
the city. We could ask the city if they'll put our vent back in the wall.
Fix, please.
And whenever they come over to fix stuff, it'll be nice to get the second shower head holder
That
drilled
was really
back into
nice
the
when
wall.
it was working. And I mean, we could have just let it hang there, you know, like that wasn't necessarily something that we...
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's probably better to not have it just hanging loosey-goosey. Yeah. Homeowner stuff, even though we don't own this place. Things that you don't need to worry about living in an apartment.
Yeah.
Glad we don't, though.
Oof.
The space is so necessary. And look at our pup over there.
Old John.
You think she could live in an apartment again? No.
She needs a yard now.
She needs the backyard. Just let her out.
I'm very confident, though, that I don't know how long. I mean, I can't give like an exact estimate, but I would assume within, for sure, at least the next 2 years, that would probably be ready to move somewhere.
I'd imagine
figure
so.
Something out. Own.
2 years from now, I should have provable, steady income from my multiple jobs. Maybe I should start the business now, so in 2 years I can show that.
For sure.
Write off everything in my taxes. All the technology.
Yeah, I'm excited for that day.
Yeah. Yep. Still thinking rural.
Yeah, for sure. I don't like cities. I guess the thing is, like, I like the idea of not having neighbors. So it's not necessarily that, like, it has to be rural. Like, even if we lived in, like, a town, if it was small enough and, like, spread out enough that there wasn't, like, a neighbor right on us. Like, I like the idea of being able to open the door and let Jude just, like, run out. You know what I mean? And, like, not have to feel like obviously in the backyard, it's nice. Even if we had, like, a huge yard with a big old fence in the middle of, like, a town somewhere, that's fine too. But I would like a horse someday.
It sounds, I think it's more about having
space.
Just the space, not necessarily the neighbors. Because our neighbors are cool. And I'm sure if we lived out in some rural place, we'd be close with our neighbors.
Sure.
But
no, I'm not saying that it's like on them. Like, we got to get away from our neighbors.
I just wanted to clarify.
Right.
It's about the space.
Right.
For us and our pup to roam and exercise. And, was it the $1 million... no, the lottery realtor show? What is that like?
$1 million listing?
Is that it?
Yeah. $1 million listing.
No, that's the one in New York, right?
Yeah.
That we watched?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the one where they win the lottery and the guy takes them around to...
Lottery Dream Home or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
My Dream Lottery Home or something.
What was
I love that show.
There was like the one lady
people.
who was like what was it, 1.5 or 2 acres or something, and she was like plenty of space to make a trail. Yeah.
Trail. A running trail.
Oh, it's not
like
that
2
far.
acres. What? No. Yeah, unless you want to do laps around your house. Cool.
Yeah, they were all into the Tough Mudder stuff, so they were like, yes, so much space to build obstacle courses and trails in our 2 acres. Like,
was that the Lottery Dream Home? Or I think that was actually, what is it called? The
one where they see 3 places and they pick one.
I think that was that show.
Yeah, what is that called?
I'm spacing out on it. That's one that we watch all the time. Or that I used to watch all the time, rather.
House Hunters?
There we go. House Hunters. Good job. I was very close to like getting it. I was like, yes, House Hunters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should just start buying lottery tickets, Powerball tickets.
We tried.
That would be so nice.
We could.
Yeah. Make everything easy.
Yes. If we won.
Yeah.
I can start a business and we can bet on ourselves.
Whee.
Not as easy.
That is easy.
Not as easy.
Oh, not as easy. Sorry, I thought you said that is easy. And I was like, oh, yeah. Whatever you're saying, I'm just going to agree.
Oh, I thought you said that as easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That as easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for macaroni.
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing still?
Yeah. I put that on my list here. I had chili for lunch, which is really good, but I got like a little tiny one, and then I got a basket of fries.
I'm impressed. Really. Yeah. I don't know how you did it. I would have gotten probably a quesadilla.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I'm just thinking, like, I just needed something to hold me over, because I knew that we were doing this tonight, and if I ate something big for lunch, that it would have made me like not want to eat this, and then I would have been like, I don't want to do this, but it wouldn't be fair to you. So, but
are we gonna make it into the grilled cheese mac and cheese?
I can do that if you want. It sounds really gross, but whatever.
It's a bit much.
But macaroni and cheese it's funny. Have I ever made that for you, like the homemade kind of version stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
with the bread crumbies.
It's been a while, but that's like one thing that I can cook. I'm curious if like
you can cook a lot of good stuff.
I mean, like chicken, steak, those are like easy to cook, but like meals. What?
You said a magic word. Oh, our pup. She turned and she was at full alert.
I can't see the lights blocking.
Yeah, one of her favorite little treats. She said chicken. Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. No, you make a mean pot pie and a fantastic lasagna.
What else did I have written down here? Pot pies, mac and cheese, lasagna.
Thanksgiving dinners.
Oh, I can cook Thanksgiving. I forgot about that. That's okay. Turkey. Meatloaf. Stuffing. I don't think I've ever made you meatloaf, but I don't think you care for meatloaf too much. I don't put ketchup in it because that's gross, but I'm good at meatloaf. Ketchup is the
best part about meatloaf, in my opinion.
Gross.
Well,
so gross.
So is meatloaf, so...
Meatloaf is good. It's literally just a loaf of hamburger. You put in eggs, a little bit of like, I do like the French onions that you put on top of green bean casserole. Pop those in there, just mix it up, put it in a loaf pan, bam. It's just, meatloaf is, I feel like that was a dish, like a meal that people made back in the day to like make the most of food sort of thing. Like they had to really spread it. And I remember reading somewhere or someone telling me something about the like origins of that. But anyways, those are like, I can't really, if you're like make, what are other common meals that people eat? Like what do people normally have for dinner?
I don't know. Probably what we have on cheat days, like pizza.
Yeah, that's fair. It's
every
interesting.
Day is cheat day though.
It's interesting to think about that, like people, like families sit down and make like different dinners like every night.
I used to be a part of one of them.
Yeah.
When I was growing up.
Yeah.
My dad and Linda would do that. Nick makes like detailed food for dinner and lunch and stuff. He puts effort into it. Yeah. Something different. I don't know.
It's too heavy. It's very heavy to have big meals like that every night for dinner, though.
It's also just hard for me to justify like putting in the effort to make the dinner to eat it in 10 minutes, and then you spend more time cleaning dishes even than.
So that's why I cook the food and then you just eat it.
Yeah, but we don't cook that often.
No, we don't cook often, but when I do, that's why I do and you don't. It's like the meme I showed you earlier with the spatchy spatch.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I feel like I've baked in the past, like cookies and stuff. You've been like, let me help, and I like you mix sometimes, but that's about it.
Well, I would help more, but you are adamant about me
because you would do it wrong.
Yeah, so you always say that, which is fine, which is actually nice. I kind of wish that my parents took the same approach about chores when I was growing up. Maybe they would have.
Do it wrong.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
That's
relaxing,
funny.
But.
Yeah, but you're so busy anyways. I'm sure it'll change down the road. Think about it. Like, I know that you're busy with school and work, homework stuff, all of that, internship. So like right now when I do things like, oh, I'll go grocery shopping or blah, 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 I do this and this. That's primarily because I know that you're busy and I'm a lot less busy. I don't have to drive to work every day. So my whole thing is that it helps you stay less busy.
Well, it definitely does. And thank you.
Right. But who's to say that will change? Like that might change when you're done with school and be like, you get the groceries or you.
And I do.
I mean, you do. Yeah. I mean, you still do. But yeah, you know what I mean.
Yesterday was nice going together.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Bonding.
Running some errands, some plain errands, but more fun with one another.
I was real sarcastic last night. I was in a mood.
Were you?
Not to you. Just like in my head, maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
But no, it was fun. It was a good time. We had wraps from Garbanzo, which is a lot better than Mad Greens.
Yeah. Oh,
Mad
man.
Greens
What a deal.
That
was really good. I highly enjoyed that meal.
Yeah.
And I put it away like a garbage disposal.
I was still hungry after that, honestly. And I went to bed feeling kind of hungry. I probably should have had something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was like all I ate yesterday. I've been on like a rice cake kick.
Rice cake.
So
kick.
Good.
Yeah.
Like I love rice cakes. And it's kind of like when I was making, I feel like I started with the banana smoothies. Like that was something that I started doing with the peanut butter. And then you were like, ooh, this is good. And then you started eating that a lot more too. And I know you already made smoothies, but I think that like that took over what you did with like oatmeal and, you know, for breakfast and stuff. And so now I'm doing the rice cakes. That's so good too. I forgot that I got those caramel ones. That sounds really good.
Oh, yeah. That'll be interesting to try.
I love eating.
Me too, but you don't do it that much. I do. I eat.
Well, I will now. I'm so excited for macaroni and cheese.
Me too.
Are you looking at my list of things?
Yeah. What's it say under that? Summer plans.
Summer plans. When does it rain in Colorado?
Oh.
Because I keep thinking about that a lot. Because Sunday it's supposed to rain or snow.
Didn't it rain? Yeah, it rained a lot last year in April.
But is it April? Is it like spring when it rains, or is it like summer? Brings May. April showers bring May flowers.
Yeah.
What did you say? April showers bring me flowers?
No, I said brings May flowers.
You said bring me flowers.
No.
Yeah.
You did.
You did.
No.
You did.
You can watch it back.
We'll watch it back. This is just like the wedding vows when you were like, I said this. And I was like, no, you definitely said this.
But this is recorded and you'll get to see how wrong you are.
You're wrong.
Never.
Don't pull this up in my face if I was wrong.
Oh, I'm going to put it on repeat and set it as my alarm.
Don't do.
Every morning.
No. But anyways.
Wrong.
Next weekend is supposed to be like 64 degrees outside.
What are we going to do next weekend? I think I'm on call, but...
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Summer's
Probably
coming.
take pictures of cars at a dealership.
Yeah, we could plan that.
That would be good. Yep.
Yeah,
that would be nice. The thing I did today, I wish I would have recorded the process of setting that all up. But
record the process of setting me up to do your little video thing.
I'm going to, but it would have been...
I could use my phone and we'll do it on time-lapse mode.
No, I think it's got to be more like detailed about what I'm doing. So, yeah. Anyway. Why are you doing that? If you had headphones on, you would know how bad that is.
It's fine.
It's not fine.
It's warming up. That's what I was trying to talk about. When I was walking Jude yesterday, it was really warm outside, but it smelled like cows. So, like, I know, like, when the winds sweep down from Greeley.
Yes.
And it felt like fall. And it was like, ooh, it had that, like, fall smell, too. Like, kind of crispy leaves, you know?
I got some of that this morning when I took Jude to the park. And it was like the sun was still coming up, but it was that crisp smell that you're talking about.
Crispy leaves.
But it was like... You know how there are so many geese in that pond there.
Yeah.
It was like goose smell.
Goose poop?
Yeah. And it wasn't good. But it was crisp. So it was, yeah.
Pungent.
Yeah, like the smell went straight to my nose with nothing to filter it or block it. So that was pretty rough.
I could pick up some masks when we start wearing those so we don't get sick.
I don't think we'd get sick from it. It just smells bad.
I know, I'm just saying in general, so we don't get the coronavirus.
I have some of those masks. I mean, not like I guess not the ones that you would wear at a hospital, but construction type ones that you would wear if you're painting.
Yeah.
Got those. I wish that this wall and this wall were the blue ones.
Like behind us?
Yeah. The accent walls are the walls you can't see. But the room is just so set up that...
Maybe it was like when he painted or had it painted, it was like the accent wall in the living room in there is blue. So maybe it was just like kind of in his head, like this wall, this wall, this wall. Yeah. So they're just like all connected. It's all blue in there. I don't know.
That's fair, but I would have liked it to be this one behind us. But whatever.
We can just paint it ourselves.
No, we can't.
Just kidding. Oh, we're going to have like some dope looking colored walls in our house someday. I want like dark gray in the bedroom. It'll be so cool with our bed.
Purple ceiling.
Ficuses everywhere.
Ficus all over every step in the stairway.
Ficus. Is it ficus or ficuses?
Ficus trees.
I'm going to Google it real quick.
Ficus plants. Yeah. Your list says that you're washing your hair.
So it's funny, Courtney and Liz and I were talking about this the other night. I had this conversation with Chelsea probably almost a year or so ago, but I've been really good lately about only washing my hair like once every 2 to 3 days. But luckily I can do that because I just sit at home and work all day, and like depending on what I have going on, I try to plan my like washing hair based on when I have to go do something. Apparently it's supposed to be like really healthy to not wash your hair every single day. And I get like some people have like greasier scalps. Like my skin is naturally pretty greasy. So, yeah, it's been helping. Like my hair is still pretty damaged from like dyeing it blonde, a year or so ago. But the split ends are getting better. I think that it's like kind of...
You're welcome.
What?
Remember when I cut them?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I barely cut them. Jeez. But anyways, no, it's helping a lot. And it's a weird thing because, again, like if you can't wash your hair, like great. And like if you're okay with that and just dealing with like greasy hair. But also it's really hard to not wash it every day. It's such a challenge. I'm sure a lot of, people with long hair can't. They have to wash it every day. And I typically would, but I'm just trying to fix it.
Do you have dry shampoo?
Yeah.
Does that like...
Not really. It doesn't do much.
Oh, interesting.
There's like dry shampoo, like powder stuff, which I think I would have preferred, liked a little better, which is kind of like that. There's that little white tube that I got from the salon that like it helps keep your hair poofy. Like it looks very chemically. It's like iridescent, like dust. It's really weird. But the dry shampoo that I have is like a and I like when I put it in, I like try to rub it into my scalp to help. And that it kind of helps. Like if I'm going out somewhere after I haven't washed my hair, like to dinner or whatever, lunch, running errands, going to the store, it's fine. But it's not like this helps my hair a ton,
Yeah, I guess I usually see the powder version of it, but what were you
Ficuses.
Ficuses, plural?
Yep, ficuses.
All right, well, ficuses, plural it is. Is there anything else you want to talk about, B? Should we get to Mac and Cheese Town?
Yes, please.
Okay. Yeah. I don't have anything else.
Video games.
Yeah. I'm going to just enjoy the rest of the evening. Spend time with my wife. Spend time with my friends digitally.
Take some fun picture stuff. Are you going to do that up here? Or is that something you would have to do in the basement? You could get shadows going up here, probably in this room, right? Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I could do it in
anywhere.
Here, but we'll see. I'll think about it. But yeah, anyway, that's episode number 24. Thanks for tuning in. Check out whatever you want to check out or don't. And click like or don't, and subscribe or don't. And look at the TTC Clips channel if you want or don't. Watch it on YouTube if you're listening or don't. And if you're watching on YouTube and you'd like to listen to it, feel free.
Or don't.
But listening to it is the only way we get paid from this. So do whatever. Anyway, the world is your oyster. We'll see you for episode 25. Thanks for tuning in and take care.